How y'all feel out there?
I'm light years, call me eons. When the snare kick in, the beat is neon. Lights, yeah.
What's going on?
Magnificent.
What's up? What is happening? Friends and family, welcome. Welcome to this week's episode of Grover Takeover. I am MT Grover. You know I am the Grover. Before I get started, make sure that you remember that I need for you to like, share, comment, let me know what you want to talk about. Subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Reach down, click that notification bell so you can be notified of all available content. Anytime that I post something, you'll know when it's already posted up there. A lot of times I post this before I do on Facebook. I post this on YouTube, I should say, before I do on Facebook. Either way, that's not important right now. Got a lot to talk about, as usual, so I'm going to jump right in. And we have had a good run with the somber note. I think the last 3, maybe even 4 weeks, but definitely the last 3 weeks have been not about someone passing away, but this week the somber note returns to its original form and fashion because Tracy Braxton, the actress, the radio personality, TV personality, singer, sister of, of the other sisters on the WE TV show, The Braxton Family Values, Toni Braxton, Tamar, Tawanda, Trina, brother Michael. It's sad. She passed away on Saturday. She did die she had a year-long battle with esophageal cancer. Rough. It's terrible to see. I always feel like this when people die. I don't feel for the people that have died. If you're going away from here and you are in a better place, then you are doing better than all of us down here. But it's the people that are left behind, because I know what that is like. I know what that gripping pain is, that hurt that you feel like you'll never get over. And you will. You get over it with time. Over time, you get over it. It is what it is. But it really is a somber note. Of course, Tracy, her family reached out. Toni made a post. Tamar made posts. All of the sisters made posts. And even Miss Evelyn, the matriarch, the mother of the family, she made a post. All of them were beautiful, lovely. They referred to her as a snowflake, as a bright light. Like, you can tell that this lady was loved by her family. Of course, they all love each other. We can see that just by watching them on television. And when you're in a family and you're in that situation and you come from that, you identify with that. I don't want to spend the whole time on the somber note. I'm about to skirt right along, but I did have to make sure that I, paid that tribute to Tracy. Like, she was, all of those sisters have lived in Toni's shadow for so long, and so great that they got the opportunity to emerge and be their own people, and people to know their names and know them outside of their sister. Like I said, skirting Stevie J in his messy, tasteless interview. Hey, that's what they say. That is just what they say. I am just reading what they said. Now, don't come telling me anything. Don't say anything to me. Now, yeah, just don't. It appeared Stevie J had an interview. The interviewer came on, it was on the Zoom. He says at the start of the interview that this is for Faith Evans. Faith Evans is his estranged ex-wife, superstar singer Faith Evans. Yeah. So it appeared that Stevie J was receiving oral sex during the course while the lady was trying to talk to him. The interviewer, she tried to play it off. She tried to deflect, hey Stevie, why are we in bed with you right now? She tried to laugh it off. But I want you to be clear, and I want you to listen here to what I'm about to say. This is a 50-year-old man Stevie J's birthday was in November, on November 21st, I believe. I remember seeing it. Doesn't matter. He's 50 years old. You can't act like... Okay. You can be a fool. You can be a jackass. You can be an asshole. You can be whatever you want to be. You can't act like a child for your whole entire life. You can't do that, especially not as a grown man. You cannot. You can't. You just cannot. You just cannot. That's all there is to it. Like, I don't understand, and I get it. I get it. You're 50. You're 50 years old. You like to kick and stretch, and, you know, none of that is important. What's important is that you should be getting head. You're 50. You're in good shape. You know, women still find you attractive. You're supposed to still be getting head. We don't care about it, though. We don't need to know about it. There's no reason why we should have to see it in the interview. There's no reason why we have, even if it's insinuated, because you're trying to make your ex-wife. Faith doesn't care anything about you. Faith will move on. She's gonna go on about her life, and then you're just trying to take her money and stuff. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on that. I'm about to skirt. Because, yeah. Pete Davidson is finally sick of Kanye West running his mouth, making music videos, decapitating him, cutting him up, chopping him up, killing him, murdering him, doing all this stuff to him while he sits by and says nothing. Pete has spoken. He spoke up. He texted the man, told him, you know, look here, you know, basically, you're up, you can say what you want, but stop talking about Kim. Stop saying she's a bad mother. She's one of the most amazing mothers I've ever seen in my life. Like, you know, just basically blowing her up and making it seem, you know, like Kanye is really just making this stuff up for attention. You know, it was time for Pete to say something. You can't just sit by and let another nigga, and let some other guy talk about your girl, your significant other, because it doesn't have to be a girl, your whoever's significant other. You can't let nobody sit by and trash talk them and not get involved. Now, I'm pretty positive that Kim was like, no, Pete, just let it go. Just don't say anything. Like, and I'm sure she said all of that. But at some point, you got to say something. Now this is just the thing. Everybody's different. See me? I would have said something from the very beginning. Soon as you started in on me, I would have started in on you. The worse you got, the worse I would have got. You know, that's just the way life works. It's called being an adult, and it's called being me. I think back to when I was a child, and I was so afraid of being in trouble with my mom that I let people pick on me sometimes. But when I got loose, when I realized that I no longer had to fear her and that I was perfectly capable of heinous and felonious assault all on my own, then, let me skirt. I'm about to skirt right along because I'm actually tying this into something else. I'm so tired of talking about Kanye West. But thing about it is Kanye keeps trending every single week. So I try to keep you up on the current events. He is the current and the event every single week because he's like a stalker. He's stalking all of us. He's stalking Kim and me and you, and we don't even realize it. Kanye West, I gotta go back. D.L. Hughley, comedian D.L. Hughley, he did an interview with Vlad TV. It was, of course, great because DL is good talk. You know, DL Hughley knows how to captivate an audience and how to get you to pay attention to what he is saying. But he did, in this interview, they asked him about the whole thing with Kanye, and he said that the only thing that separates Kanye from some other stalker is hundreds of thousands of dollars. And and he said it. He was like, if that was his daughter, his sister, somebody of his family, that he would do something about it because Kanye is stalking the girl. And we're excusing it because it's Kanye West. He made a lot of statements like that. Kanye went on after he said this and threatened, man. He threatened him, basically saying he had people, goons that were going to come and, and kill him, do stuff to him. I guess his family too. You know how they like to do, threaten. D.L. Hughley fired back. He had a lot of things to say. One thing he did say is that he is not going to sit around and feel threatened by any man who wears the "I know what you did last summer" boots. You got to be careful who you mess with. You can't mess with the comedians. And see, now this is the thing. I'm no comedian, but it is not a good idea realistically to come after me online, in person, anything involving me having to say things to you. Because somebody told me one time, they were like, you say stuff that once you get irritated and you're through with it, you say stuff that makes people rethink their whole life and wonder why their parents even bothered having them. Yes. Sounds about right. I do hope that you enjoyed this week's episode of Grover Takeover. Remember that I need for you to like. I need for you to comment. I need for you to subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, reach down, click notification bell. Sharing is caring, people. I keep on asking and telling you to share. I still am going to keep doing the same thing because that's the only way that we are going to be exposed to more people and get more of me all day, every day. Remember that I need for you to have a good day, have a good night, and have a good life. I love you. You know I love you. And tune in for next week's episode of Grover Takeover. I'm going to be right back here, giving it right back to you just the way that we do every single solitary week. If you want to know what is happening, come on back and we'll take over. I'll see you next time.
Hot topic, I stay bubbling. Big pesos, I don't take no. Try to keep